Hey guys, Steph here, and I'm tuning in today to share with you some awesome wisdom that I learned today on a course. So I'm doing a course with James Wedmore. He's amazing, business by design. So much of what I've done to date is health, right? My whole business with health, and I'm transitioning into business mentoring, and this is my opportunity to really put into practice what I learned through developing Nourish into this new market. So I wanted to share with you guys a couple of things. So the main thing that I always tell people when they're figuring out their market is, sorry, the connection's really bad. I'm just relocating. It might tune out, but clarity. And that years ago, that's why I hired a business coach, was to gain clarity of what I was offering. I was really frustrated with my nutrition business because I felt like there was no niche. So that's what I worked on, and that's what took my business to the next level, was really niching down. And I'm guilty of the fact that I'm still not super niche down with Nourish. So now, as I'm developing this new business or this new sector of my business, it really gives me the opportunity to start from an empty slate and see how amazing it works. So the two questions that I had to answer in the course for niching down or getting really clear on what it is that you offer. Question number one, what do you want to be known for? How do you want others to respond? When people ask, who is she? Is she the YouTube girl? Is she the video person? Is she the this, that, and the other thing? And the more specific. So I've asked my audience that before, and it's health. It was always health. So I'm kind of rebranding, re-identifying as a clarity coach. And I'm just figuring out now what I want my niche to be, because you get to decide what that is, and then you put it out there, and the right people will come. And the more, this is something that I keep learning over and over again, and I'm about to put it into practice as I open up this new sector. The more specific, the better. So James Wedmore teaches on authority, and the less authority you have. So if you're just starting out, people don't really know you, the more specific your niche has to be. The more authority you have. So as people get to know you, then you can be broad. Okay. And the number one mistake that people make, myself included, when you first come out onto the market as a health coach or whatever you're doing, is you want to do everything and you want to please everybody, right? So I did that when I first came out as a dietitian. I wanted to have all the markets, but really you're going to serve more people and do better in business, more profits, if you're super specific. You are the prenatal nutritionist for so that's an example, prenatal nutrition or prenatal yoga, first trimester prenatal yoga. The more specific, the better. So write in the comments what it is that you sell, what your niche is, and we'll work through it together to really pare down and get super clear. Because I know as an entrepreneur, that was something that I always craved and I struggled with. And years ago, that's why I originally hired my business coach, was she was advertising, gain clarity in your business, all of that. So that's what attracted me. And I'm really realizing that the more people I help and the more research I do and learnings that I do, moving into this new business, this new business venture that I'm doing around wealth and creating a business that you love, and moving out of the health and into creating this freedom lifestyle, coaching on that. This is my new opportunity to be super specific on what I'm known for. So it's an exciting time, a scary time. And I just wanted to share with you guys in this group. If you have your own business ventures, let me know in the comments what your niche is, so answer these two questions. What do you want to be known for when people ask about you? And then question number two, if you were to host a live presentation today, what would the topic be on? So in the past, mine's always been on, and I have a free online course right now, 10 principles to get nourished, how to cut cravings and create a life you love, how to cut cravings and take back control of your life. That was my niche. within the health field. So that's what my 1 hour webinar was on. So yeah, those are the 2 questions from James's course that I'm doing. What do you want to be known for? And then if you had to host a live 60-minute presentation, what would it be on? The more specific, the better. What else can I share with you from what I learned today? And I think that this might be an awesome niche, is to help people gain clarity and figure out their niches, because for me it was years and years of frustration of just I knew that's what I had to do, but I didn't know how to do it. So that's how the 90-day Get Nourished program was born. When I started working with the coach, that's all I wanted to offer. That's all I wanted to be known for. And then I got more authority. More people started to know who I was. That's when I expanded the line and brought in the cleanse and the other stuff. So when you're starting out, when nobody knows, like right now, people know me for health, but I don't have any authority so far in the business sector. So that's where I need to start out super specific. So I'm testing it out in this new venture, which will be super cool. Oh yeah, 3 sales or 3 markets are money, health, and sex. So those are the 3 things that sell. Everything to date I've done within health and really niched down within health. Now I'm kind of going into the money sector, or the how to make bank or help wellness junkies fuel their body and bank. So that's way too broad. I need to super niche down and not try to bridge all of this, right? So that's what I'm doing now. I'm working on. And in the meantime, you don't have to, when you're working on something or a course, you can start building your list and building your audience and get everybody on a wait list for when the course is going to come out, or from when the webinar is going to launch, or when you are ready to teach on this new topic. And the best way to do it is exactly what I'm doing right now, is just practice with your audience. And then as you get more specific and more clear, then you can be building out your program, your online program, or your course, or your webinar, or whatever it is that you're eventually going to sell. Because #1 rule of online marketing is give value. 90% value, 10% sell. Give away your best stuff. That's something I've learned too. Don't hide your best stuff. You can give away your best content, and what you sell is your systems, or how it's put together. This is tips from Amy Porterfield, Online Marketing Made Easy. She has an awesome podcast on this subject. Is don't be afraid to give out your best stuff, because people need to like, know, and trust you. And online, if they don't know you at all, they have to get to know you. So this is what I have so far. I think the course will be, originally it was going to be 4 weeks. I'm still in brainstorm mode. I have 8 topics that I love and want to teach on. So one of them will be to get super clear and empty out your cup so that you can fill it back up. This is something that Leanne Jacobs teaches on with Beautiful Money. There is no point in filling yourself up or learning new stuff or creating new content if you're already filled to the top. You're just going to overflow and hate life. So step #1, you got to let go of stuff. You got to pare down. This is an activity that I constantly do, is write down everything where my energy's going, because that too, my energy used to be super scattered. I don't know if you've seen the video of me wearing all of those hats. That was me. I was in clinics. I was everywhere and burnt out. And sure, I had enough money, but my life was just, I had no energy and I was scattered and I wasn't fulfilled. So that's #1. You got to empty your plate, not completely. Keep things that are still like, so you can pay your bills and all of that, but you have to empty somewhat, about half of it at least, so that you can refill it back up with this new stuff that you're going to be choosing to add into your life. And then tip #2 is give away your best stuff for free. And again, how do you decide what you give away for free and what you give away for paid content? This is, you give away your best stuff, and that's going to lead people into liking you, knowing you, trusting you, and then you offer it as an opt-in. So then you've collected their email and you can then sell to them whatever program or product that is suited for that sales funnel. So yeah, don't be afraid to give away your best stuff, teach on your best stuff, and then you sell the systems of connecting the dots and everything together. If you go to Amy Porterfield's Online Marketing Made Easy podcast, I haven't paid for any of her stuff to date. I've learned everything off her podcast. She has amazing content, but she's still, actually that's a lie. I bought one of her courses. It was Facebook ad course a few years ago. And it had these awesome bonuses. So actually I did buy some of her stuff, but she has so much value. Same with James Wedmore. I've been listening to his podcasts and his positive business affirmations for years, like so much good content, but I still want to buy his stuff. So do not be afraid to give away your best stuff for free. That's how people like, know, and trust you online. And they need to do that before they're going to open up their wallets. They need to like, know, and trust you. And then topic number 3 that I'm building into this course, making videos on, is imperfection is perfection. I just got out of the shower. My hair's not done. I don't care. I was called to share this with you guys instead of just working through it on my own. I wanted to share because if I can help one person, fantastic. As well, action is the name of the game. There's no, if you're busy trying to be perfect all of the time, then nothing's going to get done, and it's really stressful with on your own headspace, right? With websites and everything, you can spend all this time on the back end, but if you have no proof or no positive reinforcement that what you're doing is working, then it's super easy just to quit and go back to your day job or not keep going. You definitely need that proof through positive reinforcement, interaction, people, profit, proof in the pudding that it's working. And then number 3, this is why I started the video. Tip number 4, specificity is key. Clarity, niche down as much as you can. In the comments, tell me your niche, what you want to be known for. And chances are we're going to have to get more clear and more clear. And as I'm working through this myself, not for the health side of things, even though that could niche down even more, but for now that I'm moving into this new sector of helping people build their businesses online, I need to be super specific what my niche is. Is it teaching people how to figure out their niche? Maybe. And then tip number 5, these are all just things I've learned from the course that I've written down that I want to share with you guys and maybe eventually make it into video lessons. Learn from experts. So basically, if you try to do everything yourself, you can do it. It's just going to take a lot of time and energy. For example, perfect example of this is I have done everything on the back end for my website, for my email sequencing, for my sales funnels, everything. You can do it too. We're smart people. The thing is, there are experts and there are platforms that do it for you. So for instance, I'm in the process of transitioning all of my piecemeal stuff that works great over to one platform that I don't need to manage. Because one of my visions and values is to work from anywhere, meditate for 10 days, and not worry if an order comes through and a customer doesn't get an email. So I'm putting all of that in someone else's hands. It might seem like it's going to be a lot of money, but it's actually not. The platform I'm going to use is $99 a month for everything. Whereas right now I pay more than that to piecemeal all my stuff together. My Shopify site, my MailChimp, my everything all together. And guess who manages that? Me, which is super energy draining and it's not where I should be spending my time. So learn from the experts, outsource, and learn, work in your own area of genius. You don't need to figure it out all yourself. And that's the next step. Work in your zone of genius, not in all of these areas that you can. So that might be a course too, how to figure out your zone of genius. And for free content, figure out what you like the most and you're good at. For example, video for me is the easiest way to get my message and my content across without draining me. Blogs is great, but that takes me forever and a day because I'm a perfectionist with writing and with words and with grammar. So for me, I used to write blogs and it would take me forever and kind of stress me out. Whereas videos, I can pop on here. I don't actually really care what I look like. I didn't plan anything. I'm just sharing authentically. And this is my mode to share with people. Yours could be blogging. Yours could be a newsletter every week or once a month. It really doesn't have to be every day. You just need it to be consistent so that your people know what to expect and to tune in on, to know what you're going to be giving. Maybe coaching is your zone of genius, listening to people, online Skype. And then the next will be social media hacks, because this is a huge topic and a lot of people already ask me about social media stuff. So simple things like turning off your notifications so that you can still be involved in groups but not be frustrated and pissed off that you have a million notifications. You get to choose when you're going on as well. There's a ton of things. Like if you put an external link in your video or in your post, Facebook hides it because they don't want people to leave Facebook. So instead, put it in the comments. That's something I just learned and I'm starting to use. For example, if I have a free web course, if I write, hey, check out my free web course, click the link, Facebook's going to hide that post from everybody. But if I just do an image, no external link, but then post it in the comments, say head to the comments or message me for the link or comment below for the link, I'm pretty sure you can put the link in the comments. That's what I learned from somebody else. So that's what I've done. And it will organically reach more people. And then another thing too is you need a platform to reach people. So you can either pay for ads or you can use your time, like I do, give free content. So that's how you grow your list. This is what James Wedmore says, the tortoise and the hare. So both work. Paying for ads is faster and it costs money. Organic reach, it takes longer to build your list. It's still going to work just as great. So if you have time on your hands and no money, then that's the way you're going to grow. If you don't have any time and you have some cash to put into marketing, then Facebook ads. And then the last one is action plan. Like you always have to put down an action plan and do your homework and step into action, not just continually learn and learn and learn. You actually have to try it out. So I encourage you to figure out what your zone of genius is as well as your preferred mode of sharing content, and then start sharing. Just start sharing with your audience and building your lists. What I mean by list is either like a mail email list, which you can do for free through MailChimp, or a Facebook group. That would be building a list of people. And if you have a business page for Facebook, it actually builds lists for you. So they'll build a free list for you of people that have watched your videos. So then you can target them. So that's what you do, is you build a list, you nurture them, you give them content, and then you offer them stuff. You share programs and products that will help them. And they're what we call warm to hot audience, and they will purchase. Cold audience would be like your Instagram followers that don't know you. You're going to offer free stuff to them, opt-in offers, so that they can become warm. All right, and that was an impromptu. Just a little sharesies with you guys in the group. This group's quite small. I'm just starting out building it. This is my new venture as Nourish is all set up, and I'm pretty stoked with how that's happening. My new passions are an evolution of my business and my life. What's happening is I'm wanting to teach on this stuff now more than health. So health is amazing. It's all set up. That's one business. And now I'm in the final stages of niching down and figuring out how I want to teach before I just get into the same boat that I was with health, which I think a lot of you guys might be, or new business owners, is when you're first on the market, you say yes to everything, every business opportunity. If you're a yoga teacher or a nutritionist or a hairstylist, you say yes to everything because you want money and you want your business to grow, but then you get burnt out and you get drained. That totally happened to me with nutrition. I'm not going to let it happen with this. I've already had people ask me for coaching on the phone and coaching. They've wanted to decide how I coach them in business, and instead of saying yes, I've just said, fantastic, I'm coming out with a course because I know how I want to work with people and I don't want to drain myself like I did with the health stuff way back. So if you're in the same boat and you have people coming at you, put them into a list, say, great, I can't wait to share this with you once it launches, and just keep providing them content. And then when you're ready, then it will be there. Your list will be there. If you guys like this group, invite your friends, any business junkies. That's what this group's for. The only kind of health stuff that I'll share is experiences from building up my health business. This group is majority for not only online business owners, but just business owners wanting support, wanting to work smarter, not harder. I'm going to be sharing with you all of the stuff that I do within my business and all of the hacks, including all of the information that I'm learning in the courses that I take. All right, guys. Happy Sunday.